Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera semua. Alright, today I continue with the trial paper 1 from Kedah. So we start a bit late tonight. Okay, let's look at number 1. As usual, before you answer paper 1, you can just go through the list of formula. What are the formulas given to you? Formula ni penting ya. Kalau nampak di sini, nanti ada soalan boleh kembali untuk ambil formula yang diberikan. Okay, let's look at number 1. Soalan nombor 1. Which quantity is a derived quantity? Di manakah kuantiti terbukan? Okay, derived. Okay, so you must be able to differentiate between base and derived. For base quantity, we call it a quantity that cannot be defined in terms of other physical quantities. But derived quantity, it can be defined in terms of other physical quantities through multiplication, division, or both of operation. Maksudnya kalau derived tu dia ada formula untuk you all calculate. Okay, jadi tengok dari sini. Okay, force amount of substance, this is base, mole, the unit, current I, unit is ampere, luminous intensity, unit is candela. So BCD, we call it base quantity. So the only answer is force. As we know, force can be determined by formula F equals to ma. Okay. Okay, number 2. Diagram 1 shows Richard stands at O. He walks towards A, then move towards B and stop at B. Okay, then move towards B and stop at B. Okay, I will get diagram. Okay, walk to here, to A, this direction, and then reverse direction to B. Okay, so the questions need you to determine displacement. Before that, you must understand definition for displacement is distance traveled in a specified direction, or the shortest distance between initial point and final point. So that one is displacement, vector quantity. Okay, so when you total up the distance traveled by this person, you need to consider direction. Kena lihat direction. Okay, let's say I assume direction to the right as positive, direction to the left is negative. So distance travel from A to B equals to 2 plus 7, which is 9 meter. So this is the distance travel to the right. And then from O to A is 2 meter. If you calculate for total distance is equals to 9 meter plus 2 meter. That one will become 11 meter. That one we call it distance travel. Jarak sahaja tanpa lihat direction itu adalah scalar quantity. Jadi terus saja plus kan. So you akan dapat 9 meter. But when we determine displacement, we need to consider direction. Kena lihat direction. Let's say I assume direction to the right is positive, so 7 meter is positive plus 2 is negative 2. Okay, thus it becomes 5 meter, which is 7 minus 2. Okay, so we get the answer is positive, meaning direction is to the right. That right direction is what? East. Okay. Okay, so we get the answer for this one. answer should be 5 meter towards east. Okay, answer ialah C for number 2. Okay, if you get the answer is negative, means it should be towards west. Okay, that one is depends on what you assume at first. If you assume direction to the right is negative and then this one is positive, so your answer you will get negative. Okay, means it is direction. So depends on your assumption, the initial what is the direction that you take into account as positive direction. Okay, direction mana you ambil sebagai positif. Okay, biasanya kalau Ksssm kita ambil direction kanan sebagai positif, right is positive. Okay. Number 3, this is a velocity time graph. Remember for VT graph, what we can get from the graph? Gradient equals to acceleration, area equals to distance or displacement. Okay, now look at the question. Determine displacement sasaran kereta in 14 seconds. Means for the whole graph from A to E. The whole graph. Okay, in 14 seconds. So you want to determine displacement means area under the graph. Area under the graph. And then because of displacement is vector, you need to consider direction. For graph of V against T, the part which is negative, the velocity is negative, we call it opposite direction. Okay, this is the positive direction, this is the negative direction. Okay, so what is area for the positive direction? Maksudnya you kena cari area sini lah. Okay, apa area sini? Okay, trapeze formula. So the area under the graph, displacement, I just can put as S. Okay, S. S equals to half for the trapeze part. Okay, so I hope you know the formula. Formula dia apa? Okay, 12 plus 6, 4 to 10 is 6. This one is 12, height 10. Okay, so we have half times 6 plus 12 times 10. That one is the positive part. Okay, minus the negative part. This triangle, this one. This triangle. So half times 12 to 4 is 2. This is also 10. Okay. So you can calculate for this one what you get. Okay. This one is 18 times 5, 90. 90 minus 10. So you get 80 meter. Okay, so answer ialah C. Okay, number 4. Two steel ball P and Q drop from top of building. Assume air resistance negligible. If air resistance negligible, we can assume this is the free fall case. Because the steel ball now dropped due to gravity force only, there's no air resistance. Okay, which of following velocity time graph shows correct motion of P and Q? Okay, both will experience same acceleration due to gravity. 9.81 meter second negative 2. Okay, whatever mass it is, because G does not depends on mass. Walaupun saiz besar ataupun mass besar untuk P, acceleration dia masih sama. Okay, so for the same for the graph of velocity against time, constant acceleration, apa shape dia? Ini adalah motion dia, constant acceleration. Okay, so the graph A cannot be accepted. Okay, we can look at B. For this graph VT, remember gradient equals to acceleration. So if the two steel balls fall with the same acceleration, the graph must have same gradient. Okay, kecerunan dia mesti sama. Okay, so means the line for Q and P must lie on the same line, berada pada garis yang sama. So answer should be B. Okay. So this one is the motion graph. You must know the shape and the to describe type of motion based on the shape of the graph. Okay, number 5, diagram 4 shows two spheres R made of cork and S made of steel. Both are moving at speed of 3 meters per second. Which comparison about the momentum is correct? So you must know the formula for momentum is P equals to mv. When you want to discuss about value of momentum, you just look at the value of mass and velocity. Okay, here is cork and this one is steel. So you must understand the property of steel and cork. Of course, the mass of steel is larger than mass of cork. Okay, so if mass of steel is larger, this one will cause momentum to become large. For the same value of B, momentum directly proportional to mass. So in this case, steel ball have larger mass, thus momentum of the steel is larger than momentum of cork. Okay, so the S1 is larger. Okay, R is smaller. Okay. And number 6, force Fx on the object of mass 3 kg on smooth floor. Licin, licin maksudnya tak ada friction. Okay, no friction. The friction. Ya, do you look. Apa tu? Ini ialah Kedah. Okay, acceleration 4. What is acceleration of an object of mass 5 kg if force 2 Fx on it? Okay. So you have F equals to ma. So the force double. Okay, now we have 5 kg. We want to find E. 12 Newton. So the new F, 2F, 2 times 12 means 24 Newton double. So use again the formula F equals to MA, 24 Newton, mass 5, 8. Okay, so you have A equals to 24 divided by 5. Okay, so you will get the answer 4.8. Okay, answer ialah number 7. A ball of 1.2 kilogram velocity 4 hit by car moving in the same direction with the ball. Velocity increases to 10 in 0.5 second. What is impulse on the ball? Okay, there are two balls here. M1 1.2 kilogram. Hit by a car. So this is a car. So this one is empty. Okay, hit by the car, moving in the same direction with the ball. Okay, velocity increases to 10. So initially is EB U1. You can press U1 4 meters per second 1. And then what impulse on the ball? Let's say move separately. So we just discuss about momentum of the ball. In this case, impulsive force act on the ball. So the final velocity after collide, V equals to 10 meter second negative 1. The time is 0.5 second. Means it continues to move in the same direction. Impulse equals to change in momentum. So mass 1.2 kilogram. Let's say we put the direction towards right as positive, both positive directions. So 10 minus 4. 1.2 times 6. So you will get 7. Answer ialah 7.2 Newton second. Okay. So in this case, we will discuss about the ball. It means after the car hit the ball continue to move in the same direction. So that's why the value of U here is positive. Okay, same direction as V. So 10 minus 4, you get 7.2 Newton second. Okay, number 8, which of the following statement is correct about gravitational forces acting on Earth and Moon? So tajuk gravitation. Ramai yang takut tajuk ni. Okay, tapi kalau you faham semua formula, saya rasa shouldn't be a problem. Okay, gravitational force of the Earth against the Moon, Fe, against the Earth is Fm. Okay, which statement is correct? Yang mana betul? Okay, jadi yang ni kena faham konsep ialah F, gravitational force F, G, M1, M2 over R squared. Okay, if you discuss about Fe, Earth, so you use the first one, Fe, Earth and Moon Fe. Okay, so you will have I think this one no need to calculate anything. I think you should understand already the concept of gravitational force. If we have two objects. Okay, the force act, let's say this one is Earth, this is Moon. Okay, Moon is attracting the Earth. The Earth is attracting the Moon. Okay, if the Moon continue to orbit in the same orbit around the Earth, means the force here must be the same. Then only you can maintain the same radius of orbit or continue to orbiting without fall back to the ground. Okay, if you talk about satellite, okay, so this one is Moon. Okay, in this case, Fe equals to Fd. So tak perlu calculate apa-apa lah. Ini hanya konsep sahaja. Mesti sama force tu. Macam you dekat dengan kawan you, you applykan satu attraction force terhadap kawan you pun apply the same attraction force. So because of the smaller mass, you cannot feel the force. Okay, because the force act between you is very, very small. Okay, but same magnitude, just opposite direction. Okay, number 9, given the radius of the Earth is r and escape velocity on the surface of Earth is 11 km per second. What is the escape velocity at a height of 0.5 r from the surface of the Earth? Okay, formula. This is also given in the list. Okay, kena tahu semua formula. Bila kita mention ialah escape velocity atau halaju lepas, apa formula? Kalau mention orbital speed, kena tahu apa formula. Okay. That's why kena study lah kan. Okay. Formula. What is escape velocity at height 0.5? The Earth, let's say there's a satellite launch at a certain point. Okay, this is height 0.5 r. This is radius of Earth. Should be larger lah the Earth tu. Okay, nanti you confuse pula. Saya dah balik. Okay, Earth ini center, ini radius of Earth, and then height 0.5 r. Okay, there is a satellite here. Okay, at height 0.5 r. Okay, we want to find radius r. So r equals to r plus 0.5 r. Okay, so it becomes 1.5 r. Okay. On the surface is 11. Okay. What is escape velocity at height 0.5 r from the surface of the Earth? Ini gantikan sajalah ya. Talk about Earth, so this is Earth. R is 1.5 r. Okay, V for Earth at the surface is 2 GME over R. This is at the surface and this one equals to 11 kilometer second negative 1. Okay. Now you want to find this. So we try to relate to this one. Okay. So it becomes Okay, this one 1.5 I put outside. So factorize that one, it become 1 over cert 1.5 to GME over R. This one is equals to 11. You see that this one? Okay, so means 1 over cert 1.5 times 11. So 11 divided by cert 1.5. Okay, so we get 8.98 kilometer per second. Rounding off 9.0 kilometer second. Okay, so for this one, the answer is number, this is number 9. Number 9 answer ialah eh? Okay, so you kena pandai kena kreatif sikit lah gunakan formula-formula. Okay, kalau tak pandai create macam ni, you tak akan dapat solve lah soalan ni. So for topic gravitation, is better for you all go and try to derive the formula. So make sure you understand the formula. Okay. Kalau tak faham formula, susah nak jawab soalan ni. Okay, which of the following statement is correct about liquid in glass thermometer? Ini tajuk hit lah thermometer Okay, thermometer applies concept of thermal equilibrium. Yes. Okay, when you place thermometer under the tongue, for example, you need to wait for 1 minute at least because we need for the heat to be transferred from the thermometer to the tongue and tongue to the thermometer until they reach one final temperature that we call it temperature thermal equilibrium. Okay, so this is correct. Okay. 2. Mercury is used because it is a good heat conductor. Yes. So it able to detect heat faster. So it expands faster than you can get a reading. The smaller diameter makes the thermometer more sensitive. Okay. Correct. Betul juga. Okay, lagi kecil lagi bagus sebab kita boleh nampak bila ada peningkatan 1 degree Celsius boleh nampak the mercury column rises higher sebab capillary tube dia kecil. So kalau dia tunjuk perubahan yang besar pada volume ataupun length of mercury column, meaning it is sensitive, lebih peka. Okay. 4. Thermometer can be used without calibration. No, cannot. Okay, if you don't calibrate, calibration apa nama proses ini? Okay, 2. Process of marking the scale. Okay, you nak tandakan scale supaya dia ada scale, tu panggil calibration. Tentu ukur. Okay, jadi kalau tak buat calibration, you tak boleh guna lah macam mana nak baca. Okay, so ini tak boleh. So answer dia ialah A lah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, number 11, a piece of metal mass 100 gram, temperature 100 degrees Celsius, placed in beaker of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. 10 gram of ice melted while temperature of metal decreases to 60. What is specific heat capacity of metal in the unit joule kg -1 degrees Celsius -1? Assume no heat loss to surrounding. Latent heat of fusion of ice is given. Okay. Okay, nampak apa yang berlaku sebenarnya. Ini ada metal. So ini macam case mixture, heat release and heat absorb. So we have one piece of metal place into the beaker of ice. So we have ice cube inside. So what happened is when you place this one inside, it is melted. The ice melts. So you have the piece of, and then it becomes water. Metal of water. Okay. So initial temperature, this is 100 degrees Celsius. Mass is 100 gram. Let's put it as M1. So this one is, okay, no, not given the mass. Okay, never mind. 10 gram of ice. So we can put as M2, 10 gram. So it melted. So it will cause the temperature to become 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this one hot, it will release heat. This is cold, it will absorb heat. Okay, for Q1, there is change in temperature. For Q2, 0 degrees Celsius initially. Okay, so dia ada dua. Di sini ya, dia ada dua. Increase the temperature and then melted. So Q2 ada dua jenis heat. So heat released by the metal plate MC theta. So you have gram MC theta 1 C1, let's say put as theta 1, and then equals to MLF plus MC theta. So we just discussed about the one that melted. You don't discuss about the balance which is not yet melted because no mention about mass of the ice. Okay, tak ada kan? Okay, yeah. So 0.1, the specific heat of the metal, the Cm metal, change in temperature 100 minus 60 equals to 0.1. Okay, fusion 3.34 10/5 plus 0.1 specific heat capacity of this one not given. I think there's a mistake here. So means this is 60 is for this one. This is not yet equilibrium, belum equilibrium. So final temperature for the plate, metal plate 60, but for ice still 0. Masih lagi sebab heat supplied just to melt the ice. So kita tak ada MC theta. So make sure jangan salah. So I just mislook about the value of the temperature just now. So the 60 is for the metal plate, not for the mixture or for the ice. So for the ice, we just discuss about the melting process only. Okay, means final temperature ialah 0, no change in temperature. So we just have MLF. So it will become like this. Okay, so just solve this one to find the value of C. Okay, cari C. Okay, you will get the answer is B, 835. Yeah. You need, yeah. Okay, number 12. Diagram 5 shows arrangement of apparatus to investigate relationship between volume V and temperature T for a fixed mass of air between V and T. We have this angle. Okay, belajar cepat pandai. Pressure law now become Gill-Sachs law. Okay, so C ialah V and T, V and T ialah Charles law. Charles law. Nampak diagram sini. Soalan, which of the following graph shows relationship between V and T where T is temperature measured in Kelvin? Okay, T for the gas law, T always in Kelvin, mesti dalam unit Kelvin. Kita panggil dia absolute temperature. Di semua gas law hanya valid untuk digunakan dalam temperature Kelvin, bukan degree Celsius. Jadi tengok graph mana satu. So from here you can get Charles law. What is stated by Charles law? Volume directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay, at a fixed mass of gas. So kalau directly proportional, graph mestilah straight line passes through the origin. So answer dia ialah B Nombor 12. Nombor 13. Oh, mass of metal 0.1 sebab dia bagi dalam gram, kena tukar ke kilogram. Saya ada salah level ke? Sekejap saya check balik lagi sekali. Mungkin saya ada buat sikit kesilapan. Tengok balik tadi soalan tadi. Oh ya, dekat sini. Ice ni Ice ni 10 gram 10 gram you tukar 10 divide by 1000. Ada mistake kat sini. 0.010. Untuk ini 100 gram ini 100 gram. So 100 gram you tukar kilogram ialah 0.1 kg lah. Yang ni ada mistake, so saya betulkan. Ya. Ini kena 0.01. Okay, so dapat jawapan yang sama lah 835. Sebab ini kita gunakan SI unit nampak unit dia Joule, kg, -1, degree Celsius, -1. So kena tukar kilogram mass dia. Okay, soalan 13. Displacement time graph of wave. For this one you must understand the shape of the graph. Semua kena faham. Okay, the maximum displacement, either the positive part or the negative part, this one is known as amplitude. So from here you can just read straight away the value 5 centimeter. Ikut unit sini. Okay, and then given here level here is 0.8. 0.8 is for how many number of wave. How to calculate number of wave? 1 crest, 1 trough. So ini panggil 1 complete wave. Okay, the time taken we call it period. So maksudnya sini ialah period. Okay, value tak bagi, you kena kira dari sini lah. So we have how many wave? This is one, and we have one more here. So number of wave ya, kita ada dua wave. Maksudnya sini ialah 2t. Okay, period 2t equals to 0.8. So period ialah 0.4 second. Kalau dia bagi di sini terus baca sajalah. Sebab dia nak calculate dia kena calculate lah. Okay, soalan ialah what is frequency of wave? Apa frequency? So formula untuk frequency, formula apa? Okay, formula frequency F equals 1 over period. So 1 over 0.4. So you will get 2.5 hertz. Ataupun second negative 1. Okay, unit hertz ini okay, sama dengan second to the power negative 1. Okay, sometimes dia just nak trick you, dia letak unit second to the power negative 1. Okay, jawapan C. Number 14, interference of sound wave emitted from two loudspeakers which are coherent. Apa maksud coherence ni? Okay, produce waves. Okay, it's not the wave, it produce wave. The sources that produce wave with same frequency. Okay, same wavelength and same phase different ataupun same phase pun boleh. Okay, yang paling penting dia same frequency. Kalau dia same frequency, automatic same wavelength. Okay, dari sini nampak soalan constructive interference occur. Apa maksud constructive? Okay, the two wave meet produce the largest or maximum amplitude. Okay, macam mana nak hasilkan constructive? Ada dua cara. Means crest, mid crest ataupun trough, mid trough. Okay, so you akan dapat dia punya constructive interference. Okay, tengok mana. Okay, so P ialah trough, mid trough. Okay, so ini adalah constructive. S, ini adalah constructive. T, trough, mid crest, bukan. Ini akan jadi destructive. R juga bukan, destructive. Okay, untuk Q dekat dengan destructive, so very low. Okay, amplitude. Okay, mana jawapan dia ialah P and S. Jawapan ialah C. Number 15, a glass block is placed in front of a pen. The pen appears bent. Okay, nampak ni soalan dia. The bending of light, konsep apa? Refraction. Kata gambar tu dah boleh nampak lah apa dia punya phenomenon, wave phenomenon adalah refraction of light. Okay, jawapan D. Okay, number 16. 16. Diamond glitters when struck by light rays. The phenomenon is caused by. Okay, this one you should know. For diamond, refractive index about 2.42. Okay, very low critical angle. So means the light ray even at small angle, incident at small angle, will experience total internal refraction. Okay, the light ray will hit the surface and bends more than once. This one will cause the diamond to glitters. Nampak dia berkilau atau bersinar cantik. Sebab lebih banyak total internal reflection occur compared to regular glass. Okay, jadi konsep ialah total internal. Ini dia punya ni total reflection salah ni ya. Mesti ada perkataan internal. Okay, jawapan ialah total internal reflection. The BM version betul, BI version tak salah. Okay, 17. Which of the following ray diagram produces image virtual upright bigger? B, U, M. Magnified. Okay. Okay, jadi kena ingat kalau ikut ray diagram kita ingatkan ada berapa position. Kita ada ni U less than F, U equals to F, U between F and 2F, okay, U equals to 2F. Okay, maybe you have a different way to memorize it. U more than 2F, U at infinity. As for me, I just memorized the 6th position. Okay, so this one will become boom boom, rim wrist, read read. Macam naik motor. Boom boom, rim wrist, read read. Apa maksud ni? U less than F virtual upright magnified. U equals to F virtual upright magnified. U between F and 2F real inverted magnified. U equals to 2F real inverted same size. U more than 2F real inverted diminish or smaller. U at infinity real inverted diminish at F. Ini form dekat focal point dia punya image. Okay. Jadi kalau boom boom, kalau virtual upright magnified tu maksudnya mesti dalam range ni saja. Mana jawapan yang menunjukkan U less than F ataupun salah satu? Soalan sekejap. Kalau lihat pada diagram ini, saya akan bagi dua jawapan. Okay, kalau ikut soalan, virtual upright bigger. Okay, sama ada A ataupun B, both can be accepted. Dua jawapan. Kecuali ada perubahan pada soalan, maybe they all make correction. So for this case, there are two answers because based on the answer choices, you can see A and B are correct. Okay, betul dua-dua ni. Ini F between to F ini you akan dapat dia adalah yang ni tadi. Okay, real inverted magnified. Okay, 18. An object is placed 5 meter in front of convex lens, focal length 10. What is value of M magnification? So magnification ada dua formula you boleh guna ialah image distance divided by object distance ataupun height of image divided by height of object. Kalau you ada information ni you boleh guna. Okay, so sekarang kita nak calculate, nampaknya tak ada height dan sebagainya, kita akan guna ini. So to calculate magnification you kena ada B, kena ada U. Tengok soalan, object placed 5 cm in front of convex lens. Itu ialah object distance 5 cm. Focal length F 10 cm. Check apa lens dia guna, ini convex so F dia positive. You nak cari B. Okay, maksudnya gunakan lens equation. Gantikan saja. Okay, so 1 over b equals to 1 over 10 minus negative 1 over 10. So b ialah negative 10 centimeter. Kalau you dapat negatif macam ni, interpretation ialah virtual. Image dia adalah virtual. Sekarang you nak calculate m, v minus v divided by u. Okay, bila you calculate untuk v divided by u, tak perlu masukkan tandaan negatif sebab m ialah scalar, hanya menunjukkan perbezaan saiz objek dengan image sahaja. Okay, so you just take 10 divided by 5. No unit. Okay, means the image is 2 times bigger than the object. So jawapan ialah okay. Number 19, diagram 10 shows two forces OA and OB acting on point O. Resultant force determined by using parallelogram of forces. Okay, I've got the parallelogram. Which of the following represent the resultant force? Okay, tengok sini, tengok balik ya. Parallelogram, you must detect which one is the starting point. Normally, starting point is the initial point where the force acts. So this is the object actually. So this is the first force, F1, F2. So where is the resultant force? Resultant force also must start from O. It cannot be A to B, okay, or A to C, or B to C. So means act on the object. F1, F2 act on the object, resultant force also act on the object. Okay. So baca sajalah diagonal line tu ialah OC. Okay, number 20. Diagram 11 shows a box being pulled by a man, friction acting on the box 4 Newton. Okay. What is horizontal resultant force acting on the box? Pull, tarik. Okay, so ini direction of force dia. Okay, so resolve the force to two components. Resolve to here, component horizontal. Ini component vertical. Object move like this. Okay. So the resultant force that causes object to move is caused by horizontal force only, because direction is horizontal. So take direction to the right is positive. The force applied, force applied is to the right, so positive direction. Resultant force equals to component X minus friction. Okay, component X ialah apa? 50 cos 40. Ini ya. Okay, so Fx ialah 50 cos 40 minus Sorry, 50 not 50, 50 course. So I get the answer 34.3. Okay. Yeah. So I think for tonight we just discuss until number 20 because it's already 12 something. So I will continue tomorrow number 21 to number 40. Okay, if you have any other questions, nak tanya soalan? Ada soalan yang ke? Dah lewat Okay, kita stop di sini. Okay, thank you for joining me. Bye. Okay, boleh rehat dah lewat.